Welcome to another video about common responsive design pattern. My name is Marcelo and we are going to talk in this third episode about layout shifter. So let's start right now. We can understand the layout shifter as an upgrade from the last two layouts viewed before. The layout made of boxes do not only reflow and drop below each other, but the boxes can change the height and the position appeared in the screen. Flexbox really shines here because we use CSS order attribute to change the box's position. We will start from the point that we stopped last time. We will start from the most fluid design code. If you have not seen the other videos, please click the link that I will let in the description below. So let's do it. We will implement today a layout shifter like this here. At the narrowest viewport, all the boxes are stacked over each other. Okay? As soon as I increase our viewport, we will reach our first breakpoint at 450 pixels. Okay, so at 450 pixels, what we have here is the box 3 on the left side, and it has the height of the box 4, 5 and 6 together. Okay, so I will keep increasing now the viewport, and we will reach our second breakpoint at 650 pixels. Take a look. At 650 pixels, yeah, I already reached your second breakpoint, and what we have here is that the box 3 changed the side. Now it's on the right and the container is on the left. Okay, we have done this using CSS property colored order. Okay, so let's keep increasing our viewport and you reach our third breakpoint at 850 pixels. So now we reach our third breakpoint, and what we can direct see here is the box 3 on the left side with the width of 25%. Okay, you have the container in the middle with the width of 50%. The box 7 on the right. The box 1 and 2 have the width of 100%. Okay, so let's keep increase your viewport and you reach your last breakpoint at 1100 pixels, and then this is your last breakpoint. And what we have here is margin on the left and on the right side. The box 1, 2 and 3 have the width of 33%. The container 2 that represents the box 4, 5 and 6 are on the left, and the box 7 on the right. Okay, so this is the layout shifter that we implement today. Let's do it. Let's change the most fluid code that you have programmed last time to layout shifter. So I will start here, rename your file. Our files instead of most fluid should be layout shifter, or HTML file also layout shifter. Okay, and then let's start the server. I forgot also the link to Css file should be changed. Layout shifter also here. Okay, and this is the design that we have programmed last time. And I will start to change the title. It's not Flexbox. This is layout shifter. Layout shifter. Okay, and then I will change the second header to layout shifter. Layout shifter. Okay, I will indent here. Okay, and then I want a second container here with the class container and the ID container2. Okay, and this container2 we enclose 3 boxes, the box 4, 5 and 6. Let's put this here. Okay, to be a little clear to read. And this is to be the box 7 here. Okay, and this is the container. Yeah, exactly. So you have the main container here that encloses all the boxes. We have the container 2 that encloses the box 4, 5 and 6, and that is done. This is the only change that you need to do in the HTML file. Now we will change the CSS file. So at the CSS file, we have to put a width of our container as 100%. Okay? And then the box should have now the min height as 200 pixels. Okay? Perfect. Now you have to put only the breakpoints and it's done. So we have our first breakpoint. Let's see here. What should happen with our first breakpoint? At our first breakpoint, you see that the box line is on the left side and have the height of the container 2 that encloses the box 4, 5 and 6. Okay? So the box line have a width of 50%. Okay? And the container 2 also. Okay? This is to help at 450 pixels. Let's see how it is now. 450 pixels. Perfect. So we got. Okay? So let's see what will happen with our second breakpoint. At our second breakpoint, you see that the box 3 changed the place. Okay? With the container 2. All the elements in your HTML file have the order 0 and they appear in the way that they are written in the HTML file. Okay? If you want to change it, you have to put a different order. For example, if you want an element to appear first, I have to put a negative order. If I want element to appear after, I have to put a positive order. In this case, for example, I have to put, to achieve this design that I want, I have to put a second breakpoint at 650 pixels and the box lime and the box black should have an order higher than 0. In this case I will put 1. Okay, this I don't need, I can remove. Okay, let's save and see if it works. At 650 pixels. Okay, so you see that it works. If the viewport is lower than 650 pixels, the line box is on the left. If higher, the line box is on the right. Okay, so this is the order, the CSS attribute that we use here. So let's see what happens in the third breakpoint now. So at the third breakpoint, we should have the container in the middle, as you see here. The line will be on the left and the black box on the right. Okay, so to do this, you have to add a third breakpoint here. I can delete this here, we don't need this here. And in this third breakpoint, the lime and the black should have now the order 0, because the lime is on the left and the black is on the right, and they should have also a width of 25%. Only that. And let's see if it's working. And now, if you achieve our third breakpoint at 850 pixels, we have this here. Could you see? I not put 850 pixels. Oh, sorry, this should be 850 pixels. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so if I keep increasing your viewport, you achieve your third breakpoint. That it's perfect. It's what we want. Okay, and now let's add the last breakpoint. So what you want to achieve in your last breakpoint is a design like this here. So in the top line we have 3 boxes with 33.43% width. We have the container 2 with 50% width on the left side and the black box on the right side. And we have margin left and right. Okay, so our third breakpoint it will be 1100 pixels. The container, you have a fixed width of 1100 pixels. 1100 pixels, okay. And you have the dark blue box, the blue and the lime with a width of 33.33%. Okay. What more we have? And we have the black with a width of 100%. 50%, sorry. 50%. Okay, the container have already a width of 50%. Let's see. At 1100 pixel, perfect. This is what we want. Okay, only this that you have changed in your design. Okay, it's done. So let's come back from the start. So this is a narrows viewport. All the boxes are stacked over each other. If I increase your viewport at 450 pixels, we will achieve our first breakpoint, that the line box is on the left side and the container 2 is on the right side. If I keep increasing our viewport at 650 pixels, you see that the line box will change the place with the container 2. Okay? And if I keep increasing the viewport, you achieve the third breakpoint at 850 pixels, that the container 2 is in the middle. And if I keep increasing the viewport, you see that you achieve the last breakpoint, that the container 2 has 50% width on the left, the box 7 50% width on the right, and the dark blue and lime have 33.33% width, and they are the top line, and you have margin left and right. Okay? Thank you very much to watch this video. If you like, thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.